Howdy guys. If you watched my recent wrap-up video, then you will have heard me mention that it is school holidays. School holidays bring around one key event for me. As I do with all my library visits, I go with my little notebook with a list of all the books I want to read, and then I can never find any of them. So I decided this time to start in the young adult section and just see what was there. Just have a look. I had quite a few books that are young adult that I was interested in, so I thought I'll just look and see what's what. I found two books really quickly. First one, which I picked up, was The Fifth Wave by Yancey. Now I've heard a lot of people have read this. I know it's been made into a film at the moment, possibly released, I don't know. I don't really know very much about it, if I'm honest. I know it's a very popular young adult book. This looks really new, actually. I think this is brand spanking new, you know. So it kind of has that end of the world, dystopian young adult future book thing, which I know and I love. So looking forward to reading this and seeing if it can live up to books like The Hunger Games. You never know. Almost immediately after that, in the young adult book, in the young adult section, I found this book, To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. Now, this has been on my TBR for yonks. I, to be honest, don't know what it's about, but it is a book that I've always been, you know, the 100 books you've got to read before you die, or whatever it is. And this has always been one that I think I must read, To Kill a Mockingbird. I must. I wasn't actively looking for it in the library, I just stumbled across it, and as soon as I saw it, I thought, I've got to get this. And I like, actually, that the cover is much more appealing than some of the more classic covers that I've seen. When I hear the title, To Kill a Mockingbird, it makes me think of classic literature, quite intense, quite hard work, whereas this cover, I think, makes it seem much more accessible. Oh, I'm gonna like this, I'm gonna like this. It ticks boxes. Classic literature, I love. Young adult, it was in the young adult section, which I didn't know. I love. I kind of like that whole crime trial thing. I love it. I'm very into equality and anti-racism? What is that? I'm very into equality and things like that, so it's just tick, tick, tick. I really hope that this book lives up to my expectations because I'm hoping and expecting to love it. Now, I picked those books up in about the first 5 minutes of being in the library, and then I wandered around with my list, aimlessly looking for books that it says are there, but I can't find them. And as I was looking, I just glimpsed a book out the corner of my eye where the title rang a bell, and it's Our Endless Numbered Days by Clare Fuller. As I said, this wasn't specifically on my list of books to read, but as soon as I saw it, it rang a bell, and it reminded me of, oh, what's her name? Vienna Waits? Kristen, the booktuber? I think she'd mentioned it in a recent, either a wrap-up or something. She'd mentioned it in a recent video anyway, and I thought it sounded fab. And I said, oh, I'm going to read that. So I was so excited when I found this in the library. Oh, I love books with intrigue. I love books where you don't know what's going to happen. Those are the books that keep me desperately wanting to read, where you're piecing together clues and figuring things out, and I'm so excited about reading this. I think this is going to be the first one that I read. Thanks, Kristen, for the recommendation, because I can't put into words how excited I am. Never heard of this book before the video, and now I'm really excited to read it. I was super excited with my library haul. I spent about half an hour wandering around the library. We were doing library things. We're big library goers. And I spent the whole time just saying over and over again, oh, I'm so excited about these 3 books. I can't believe I've got these 3 books. I want to read all of them so badly. And I'm hoping that that means this is going to contribute significantly to me having an impressive reading month in April. I'm hoping to get through... Is that too much of an expectation? Hoping to get through all 3 of these? But I may get distracted with other books. I'm very excited about reading all of them. If you've read any of them, then let me know what you think. Obviously, no spoilers. I will definitely be including these in a wrap-up in the very near future. And God bless my library for having such amazing books for free. I'll see you next time, guys. Bye-bye.